and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about all the latest transfer news today surrounding Manchester United, but we're also going to talk a little bit about Timo Werner and Chelsea, what is the news on that and what it might mean for Manchester United. So in this video I'm going to be talking about Timo Werner, Jadon Sancho, Kai Havertz and more, so stay tuned for that. But first things first, I want to talk about Timo Werner to Chelsea. Now it looks very likely that Timo Werner will be on his way to Chelsea and could be announced as a Chelsea player soon. Now we know this is very Chelsea-like with as we saw with Ziyech. They like to get their deals done early and they're very efficient with deals. Now is Timo Werner to Chelsea 100% confirmed? No, it's not 100% official, but very reliable journalists have got on this, like Fabrizio Romano. Now I think in terms of journalists, Fabrizio Romano is as reliable as it comes, and in terms of Timo Werner to Chelsea, this is what he had to say, that Timo Werner and his agents are ready to sign a deal with Chelsea till June 2025. So it's not official yet, but if Liverpool do not swoop in quickly, he will become a Chelsea player. So in other words, that unless Liverpool come and swoop in for Timo Werner, he will become a Chelsea player. Now, what does this mean for Manchester United? What does this mean for the league? Like, what does this mean in general? Now, I think that we all thought that Timo Werner was going to go to Liverpool. However, Chelsea, they're very efficient with deals. And you know what? Like, unless Liverpool swoop in, he's going to become a Chelsea player. So does that mean that they're not going to go for Jadon Sancho now they've got Timo Werner and Ziyech? No, that does not mean that. I think I've seen a few Manchester United players saying, oh, that means we definitely got Sancho then. It increases confidence that we're going to get Sancho, but it's Chelsea. They did not spend last summer. They brought Ziyech in, they brought Werner in. That covers the money they got for Hazard. They've still got a lot of money on top of that. And yes, they've now got an attack of Pulisic, Ziyech, you got Werner, you've even got the likes of Abraham and Hudson-Odoi. So I guess like they don't really need to strengthen their attack much more unless they want to be world beaters. So realistically, I think Chelsea need to go and strengthen the defence next. But that does not rule them out of the Jadon Sancho race, because Jadon Sancho is one of those generational players that everyone's going to want to get. And even though they've got Werner most likely now and Ziyech, I don't think it rules them out the Sancho race, because they still have the money to get Jadon Sancho. It's just that maybe a centre-back is more of a priority for them. So in terms of answering that question about does that mean that Jadon Sancho is coming to Manchester United, I think it kind of has me increased confidence that maybe Chelsea are less likely to get him, but you still got to watch out for Chelsea because they're so efficient with getting deals done. We were so confident that Timo Werner was going to go to Liverpool. We're so confident that Jadon Sancho is going to come to Manchester United, but Chelsea could get both, and that would be absolutely insane. I'll be very jealous, but you have to give it to Chelsea. Their transfer team, they're just so organised when it comes to transfers. Roman Abramovich, the team, they're so efficient, and I just wish the Glazers and Woodward could be like that for Manchester United, but you can only dream. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, Timo Werner to Chelsea is still not 100% official, but it does look likely. However, Liverpool could swoop in. Now, linking to the story, a journalist called Sam Pilger came out and said that Man United's refusal to pursue Timo Werner is partly to do with their increasing confidence that they will sign their #1 target this summer, Jadon Sancho. And you know what? I believe that, because you know, this guy's a pretty credible journalist, but we got a Gallo for another 6 months, and we've heard stories that now we're not that interested in a striker. We've got a Gallo to fill that role for another 6 months. We're looking elsewhere. Pogba's looking very likely to stay, so that is less funds. And we know that Jadon Sancho is our first choice target before anything. I think with Man United, now we've got a Gallo for another 6 months. I think it's really, let's get a winger. We'd like a striker, but now we've got a Gallo. We don't need to worry about a striker for 6 months, which isn't the best attitude, because I like a Gallo, but he's not Timo Werner. But I do believe that story. I feel like we must be quite confident we're going to get Sancho if we let a player like Timo Werner go to Chelsea for £50 million, because we're talking about taking advantage of the market. Well, that would be a prime example of doing that. So I do believe that maybe them letting Timo Werner go is because, one, we've got a Gallo and there's a lot of news that we are less interested in a striker, and two, because we've got increasing confidence that we will land Jadon Sancho. And to be honest, I don't think we will sign a striker this window unless we don't get Sancho. However, yes, I've heard we're very confident we will get Sancho. We're the favourites to get Sancho. It looks likely. If we do not manage to get Champions League football though, it gives me a lot less confidence that we will get Sancho. If Man City's ban is appealed and Chelsea get 4th, we won't get Champions League football, and I just think we might not get Sancho that way. Now, this story actually links to a story from The Athletic, and The Athletic, they are a pretty reliable source. You could say tier 1, I'm going to put them high tier 2. They're generally along the right lines, and basically they talk about the Timo Werner to Chelsea story and what that means for Manchester United. And they basically said, so the Manchester Evening News basically reported on sort of what the Athletic said, and they said that Manchester United missed out on Timo Werner because of Paul Pogba. They said that we haven't got a buyer for Paul Pogba, so basically we didn't have the funds to sign Timo Werner, which makes me a little bit worried because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come out and said that we'll take advantage of the market. Werner, 50 million, prime example of that. We're looking to spend. We're in a comfortable financial position. Well, we're not selling Pogba, so that means we can't buy a striker. So it doesn't seem like we're superly financially strong. I mean, obviously, if we are going to get Sancho for £100 million and keep Pogba and get Werner for £50 million, that's a £150 million net spend. Plus, you know, there's Grealish and Bellingham. So I guess what you mean, it would be a big spend if we didn't sell anyone. But it does make me worried because I'm thinking, well, we're talking about taking advantage of the market, but we've let Werner go for £50 million. And I know we're interested in Werner because the Athletic also came out and said that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had spoken to Werner, had an interest in Werner. He wanted Werner, but, you know, maybe Ole wanted him and Woodward and the Glazers were like, no, you can either get Sancho or you can either get Werner. And obviously we need a right wing a lot more than a striker, so he probably went, we'll get Sancho. And I can see that happening. Oh, Garlo's there for 6 months. Sorry, Sancho or Werner. Can't get them both. I could see the Glazers and Woodward doing that. But I do think that maybe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer talks so positively, but I do think we have to remember we have the Glazers and Woodward in charge. So I don't know if Manchester United are really going to spend that heavily. But I do feel like it does give an increase in the Sancho likeliness that we're not spending on other attackers, and you know, it's because of our confidence in Sancho. So I guess it could give us a boost in Sancho, but I still think there is a chance that Liverpool and Chelsea could come in for Sancho, and if we don't get Champions League football, then we're low-key screwed. The Athletic basically confirmed that Solskjaer did hold talks with Timo Werner, so we know that he was interested in Timo Werner, and why would he not be interested in Timo Werner? His stats are insane this season. He averages like a goal contribution every 75 minutes in the Bundesliga. He scored over 30 goals in all competitions this season and 25 goals in the Bundesliga, as well as 7 assists, which is insane. He can score, he can assist. He's an insane player. £50 million for him, especially considering his age and obviously his pace. He's quick, he suits our style. And Manchester United is a bigger club than Leipzig. He's the perfect Ole Gunnar Solskjaer type of signing. So the fact that we did not put a £50 million bid in for me does blow my mind a bit, because I'm like, this is the type of player we need. So it either means that we're really confident we're going to get Sancho, or we don't have the funds we say we have. Now, let me know your thoughts on Timo Werner to Chelsea in the comments section down below. As a Manchester United fan, I want you to answer this in the comment section down below, or even if you're not a Manchester United fan, what you think would be better. Would you rather keep Pogba and just buy Sancho, or sell Pogba and buy Werner, Sancho and Grealish? Let me know in the comment section down below what you would rather do. For me, that is a tough one, but if Pogba doesn't want to be here, then I'd sell him. But if Pogba wants to be here, then I guess I would keep him. From one German player to another German player, we're going to talk about Kai Havertz to Manchester United. Now, I did a whole 11-12 minute video on the full story of Kai Havertz to Manchester United, so feel free to check that out if you haven't already after this video. And basically, the Manchester Evening News, I was reading them, and they talked about a report from the Independent, which the Independent said that Bayern Munich is still the favourites to sign Kai Havertz. Now, in my video, I basically summed up all the news and reports about Kai Havertz and the likeliness of him coming to Manchester United. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would love a player like Kai Havertz at Manchester United. We all know that. But Kai Havertz is going to cost quite a bit of money, and he's wanted all over the world. And I think, you know, we want Kai Havertz, we'd be interested in him. But for me, I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I've already done a 12-minute video on Kai Havertz. I think that Bayern Munich are still the favourites to get Kai Havertz. Yes, Kai Havertz open to a move abroad. Would that be Manchester United? I think if Manchester United did not manage to get Sancho, we'd have the funds to go all out for Kai Havertz. But it would still rely on Kai Havertz wanting to come to Manchester United. And so many teams are in for Kai Havertz, like, the likelihood of him choosing Manchester United is quite low. So as much as I want him, I'm pretty sure Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would really want Kai Havertz. It just depends on, have we got the money for him? And if we don't get Sancho, we do. But then all these other top clubs want Kai Havertz, so can we get him over them? So that is all the latest transfer news today surrounding Manchester United about Jadon Sancho, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz and what it might mean. I think there's some positives and negatives to take out of this story, but I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on Timo Werner to Chelsea, Jadon Sancho to Manchester United, Kai Havertz to Manchester United. Let me know all your thoughts on the recent transfer news in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, please smash that like button and subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new, so you don't miss daily Manchester United related content from me. Thank you for watching, share this video, and I'll see you next time.